We got a Cosmic Tower. It's telling me error 7. Let's see if we can figure this out. Now this one's relatively new to me, so I don't know a whole lot about it. So we got Manuel. Open this up and look for our error codes. I got some error codes here. Finding number 7. Ball out component sensor error. Gives me a little picture and some steps to check. I gotta figure out where this is in the game. All right, looking further back in the manual, we get some technical drawings on how everything's put together. I find right ball outing motor, and I'm assuming because it's the right side of the game, this is what I'm looking for. Looks like we have some sort of hopper mechanism that might feed balls out onto the play field. I got the front glass off of here. As you play this game, you drop coins down through these slots. One of them is supposed to spit a ball out of this chute here, and then your objective is to actually knock it over and feed it into the tower. If you happen to land on these up sections, your ball moves up to the next stage, you get more tickets for it. Something might be wrong with that. So we're gonna come down here to our menu first. We're gonna enter and exit the menu to reset our error. Never learned if there's an easier way to do that yet, but that's the way I know. All right, while this game is in its boot up sequence, it's actually going to calibrate this tower. It's going to rotate each section until it sees a known stopping point, and then it's going to stop moving that one. Like this level and this level are already calibrated. We just got to wait for the rest of them. Just waiting on the bottom layer now. I've also tagged it back in, so when it's ready, I can credit it more easily. All right, game's fully booted up. Let's feed this thing some credits. We got some credits in here. Let's just spam the button. We got to see if this will spit out a ball for us. Oh, got one through the ball signal, but nothing seems to be coming out. Oh, there's one. Huh. Let's keep going. All right, we've knocked some balls over, so the tower mechanism seems to be working. I got at least one more through that ball spot, but I didn't see one come out. So let's see if this errors out when the game realizes. All right, I've been playing this for a minute, and I have a theory. We'll see if my theory might be correct. All right, I did get an error code. Right before it happened, I did hear a slight clunking noise coming from somewhere in here. Got to figure out where. So as I was playing this, it did spit out a couple balls, but what I did is I prevented these ones from going back into the game. It should recycle these, and any balls you knock down into here go into there and then end up coming back out there. We just might be out of balls. We're gonna check in here, see if we can see anything from up here. Well, I have a coin hopper and whatever that is. Yeah, that's for coins. Looks like we're missing a couple. All right, according to the manual, there should be a ball hopper in here somewhere for those. It might be in the back of the game. All right, we're here in the back of the game. Looks like we got a coin dispenser. Looks like this is the one that spits coins out of that center hole where the ball comes out of. And let's see if we can find a ball dispenser. All right, I've taken a look around here. This is absolutely a ball dispenser. And the way the rest of this coin mechanism works is fascinating. We got a hopper down here. This may count. I don't know if we get tickets for knocking coins over the edge, but that feeds all the way up into this hopper. This hopper feeds further up. There's a hidden track right there. That's your coins that drop out of the top of the game. But it looks like any overflow goes down into this one. And this is the one that spits out onto the playfield through that center slot. Fascinating. We're down here for the ball dispenser though, so let's take a look inside of that. Looks a little empty, I think. My theory might be correct. All right, I took the back door off of the other half of the game so I could check that hopper to see if it's also as empty as this one. Not leave myself a whole lot of space. But it looks like we got some more balls in here than on the other side. I'm not sure how many balls each side is supposed to have, but here's my thought. Enter the menu and go into our test mode. Now that I'm in my test mode, I gotta find the setting that'll actually run and dispense all those balls out. What I want to do is I want to empty out both sides, count up how many are over here, count up how many are over here, and then even the two of them out so each side has the same amount of balls to it. Alright, I'm not sure which setting actually runs that hopper, so we're going to look in Manuel again and see if he'll tell me. Alright, here's the page for our test menu. If I'm reading this correctly, I got to find the setting that just says big ball. So back at our menu, big ball, on. Looks like it. All right, I'm gonna run this until I run out of balls on either side. So I just set it to player 2 and I'm running the big ball motor, and listen. That sounds similar to the clunking noise I heard right before it errored out. So let's change it to player 1, and do we get the same clunking noise? Sounds like it. I think these are both empty. Now let's count them up and see which side has more. Alright, I couldn't count what was still in the hopper's channel to actually feed this, so there's a couple balls still in there. But I counted 42 over here to 28 over here. Alright, don't know how that side got so many more, but we're just going to redistribute these extras here. Both sides currently have 28, and then I'll just balance them out. Alright, I've redistributed them down to an even 35 per side. I'm going to knock a couple of these back into the game and let it go through its boot up sequence again. Alright, we just got to wait for the boot up sequence now. It's going to calibrate the tower all over again and hopefully empty out those, but that side's getting emptied out. Boy, this thing just keeps spitting out balls to the second level here. Come on, stop spitting them out now. You done? Alright, looks like it. Alright, I kind of redistributed the balls around the playfield a little bit to make it more fair. They're not all pushed back. I'm going to go to the back of the game and check to see if we have balls in the hopper now. Alright, here's for the side we were having trouble with. Looks like there's a healthy amount in there. And for the other side, looks like there's a healthy amount in there. Alright, now that we've confirmed that there's balls in both of the hoppers to feed this thing, I'm going to play a bunch of coins through it and see if during normal gameplay we get an error on either side. I said I was going to do a bunch. Well, I played through that side, and it did not error out yet. Playing through this side, and it has not errored out yet. Looks like this one might be done cycling for the moment. Still paying out a bunch of tickets. We'll see if this one jams up at all, because it's still got a bunch to go through. Alright, after an annoyingly long amount of time, we have spit out all of our tickets, and we don't have an error on either side. We also still have balls in both hopper mechanisms. So I'm willing to call this good and let it run to see if we come into any more problems. So let's put on our glass on both sides, close up our front doors, and close up both of our back doors. Alright, I've got this pushed back into position. Should be fixed.